So I love terrible movies and I also love sci-fi movies, so I thought why not combine the two and watch terrible sci-fi movies. So today I'm going to watch the 1983 film Krull. I don't know much about it. I don't really know what to guess off the title. Maybe some kind of creature or monster or something like that, whatever a Krull is, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know the cast, I don't know the director, I don't know anything like that. I love 80s movies though, so I'm really looking forward to seeing this. It's been suggested a few times, so I feel like it's got a good reputation for being maybe so bad it's good. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for sci-fi movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you're ever curious about what gear I use or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link in the description. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Okay, it's like a throwing star or something? Okay. I don't recognize any of the cast so far. Oh, Liam Neeson, yes, okay. And Robbie Coltrane I recognize as well. Is this based on a book or anything? I haven't seen anything come up in the credits, but comment below and let me know. Oh, James Horner, okay, nice.
And that their son shall rule the galaxy.
Oh, okay.
Charles' son.
Colwyn is a great fighter.
Good fighters make bad husbands.
Might be right about that.
Perhaps.
Okay, yeah, so she's burying this guy, and there's this ancient prophecy. Comment below if you know where it was filmed. It looks very beautiful. And yeah, the prophecy, they're supposed to have this son that would rule the galaxy and all these kingdoms, I'm guessing.
Whatever army I have, I'll lead against them. Until I've won, or I'm dead.
Those are usually the two options, yep. I'm very curious about these slayers. Obviously it's reminding me of Buffy, but I feel like maybe dragons? Less vampires? I don't know. Oh my. Oh, smooch! Save it for the wedding, gosh. Honestly. It seems super cheesy so far. Oh, 2 moons, okay.
I take fire from water. I give it only to the man whom I choose as my husband.
I'm no scientist, but how's she taking fire from water? Whoa, that's fun. What? Magic fire? Whoa, lasers! Whoa! Sorry to be tardy to the party.
Is there a safe way out of the castle?
An underground passage.
Come on.
Okay, well, wedding's over now, I guess. So the slayers are villains, I'm guessing. Pew 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 pew. Oh, whoa, lasers on one side, guns on the other. Very cool. Bonked him. Oh, wow, yeah. I'm sorry, what was that? Some like alien creature thing? I don't know. Can't see me. Beep, 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 beep. Really ruined their wedding. Yeah, it seems like medieval, but also sci-fi at the same time. Ah, no! They got Papa. And his lady. Oh, oh! Or like stop the prophecy, I guess. Like if she was supposed to eventually have this kid who would be like this ultimate ruler, they didn't want that. Yeah, I'm curious if the castle, I'm assuming the castle they just had that big fight sequences was a set, considering they destroyed, yeah, like, but that's a pretty elaborate set to build just for that one. Or maybe the exterior shot was a real castle. I'm not sure. Comment below and let me know. It's like magic wheel or something? What is this?
There is no time now for grief.
Oh, that was his dad's, I'm guessing?
I wish I knew. I cannot go with you.
Like Sword in the Stone, only the right person can take it out? Mm? Oh, that's not good. It's reminding me of an MXC game called Boulder Dash. If you haven't seen MXC or Takeshi's Castle, check it out. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Oh god, this is gonna end so badly. Yeah, and they're like immune to fire. Like, she had that fire in her hand and obviously wasn't getting hurt, and now he's just sticking his hand in this red hot lava goo and seems to be perfectly okay. Oh, this is the weapon? Oh, that was the throwing star from the beginning. Whoa, like a snake shedding its skin. Dun da da da. A glaive? Is that what it was? Whoa! It is like a throwing star. Do you want a knife? How about 5? Oh, that thing looks pretty badass. Big Brother is always watching.
Till you need it.
Well, how will I know when?
You will know.
What does he got, like a one-time use?
The fortress moves. Sometimes it is in the mountains, sometimes in the desert, sometimes in the sea.
Well, that's inconvenient. Whoa! What was this? What? It's a person? I thought it was like a meteor.
Help! I'm drowning!
He says above water.
There was a difference of opinion concerning a gooseberry pie.
Oh my.
Left it sitting on his windowsill. What did he expect?
Perhaps expect
Free pie.
No, that's a recipe for hot fudge sauce. Well, it'll have to be a goose. Fat and ugly.
Oh, it's an evil stare for sure. Oh, yes. That was so fake. He turned himself into a goose. Is he going to be their sidekick now? Oh my god, a talking goose. Here we go. Oh, take his notes at least. Maybe you can turn them back. The goose is pretending to read. Whoa! That was short-lived.
And Ergo the Magnificent. Short in stature, tall in power, narrow of purpose, and wide of vision. And I
Quite the resume. Thinks quite highly of himself. Okay, bye, Goose Man. It's like, you know what? Oh, a Cyclops? We have a Cyclops in this movie? What?
I've urgent business in this direction. What business?
Have to see a man about a goose. Ha 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 ha! It's like very elaborate bubble thing. Okay. Oh, is this supposed to be the Black Fortress or whatever that moves constantly? That's cool. I mean, very inconvenient, but a cool idea. A moving castle. Floating castle. I haven't seen much anime. I think I might do a playlist eventually, because I think it'd be a cool genre to explore.
It only belongs to rebels. Don't worry, I'll turn them all into pigs.
Oh, our comic relief has arrived.
Everyone. Thieves, bandits, fighters, and brawlers.
Yeah, they still have their, like, handcuffs on.
Gooseberries.
His favorite pie.
Ynyr, help!
What? They just speared him while he was picking gooseberries?
They gave up one of their eyes in exchange for the power to see into the future.
Oh, quite the bargain.
And the only future they are permitted to see is the time of their own death.
Whoa, bummer. Take it back. Not a good bargain. That's the worst.
The solid face of rock.
Platform 9 3/4.
Raisins in his brain case.
Raisins in his brain case? Yes, I love that. Troll? Is this a troll 2 crack in the wall? Oh. Whoa, what's this thing doing? That guy looks like he's taking a nap.
In the Great Swamp. A treacherous place.
Our need is great.
I always love how they're like, well, I can't do that here, I have to go there, but that place is extremely dangerous and, you know, no one ever comes back, but for you, okay. Like, just like adding in all these like forced elements of danger, but that's part of what I love about sci-fi too. They're like, well, it's not just gonna be a casual walk, you know, it's gonna be a very intense journey.
Death and power are close cousins.
I think I like your relatives, old man.
Yeah, so they have to go into like this swamp temple to see where the Black Fortress is. But then wouldn't they only have like hours to get there basically? Because if it moves constantly. Oh, and all these slayers are just waiting. Yeah, I'm curious to find out why, like a little bit more about them. Oh, shoot, coming up from the swamp. Oh, look out. Pew, 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 pew. Swamp Slayer. Bam, bam, bam. I was Slayer number 32 in Krull. Oh! Bye. Yeah, and they're like operated by these like alien creatures or something, like a parasite.
Join us then. All men need company.
Yes. All men.
Okay, so now the Cyclops is joining them and equally hates the Slayers, so that'll come in handy, obviously. I feel like quicksand was like really popular in the 80s and 70s and stuff. Like, I'm trying to remember if I saw a recent movie where quicksand was used as like a weapon or like a way to prevent people from getting to their goal. Maybe I'm just emotionally scarred after the scene with the Treyu and Neverending Story in the quicksand. Why are his eyes black? What is he like killing himself? What's happening? There was like a version of him that was already in the swamp and he had to like kill that version or something? I don't know. The previous Seer.
Here is the knowledge you seek.
Ah! Oh, bonked him. Oh! He just stabbed the Seer. Oh, God! What is happening? Oh, God. Ugh. His whole face was like bubbling and turning black. Oh, God.
This was one of them. A changeling.
Oh, I see. He wasn't actually the Seer.
We're your family now.
Yeah, but now they don't have the Seer, so now they won't be able to see the Black Fortress. Okay, so they're gonna try and find this Widow of the Web. See if she can help, I guess. Now he turned himself into an adorable puppy. A little basset hound, how cute. And the boy always wanted a puppy. Oh man, that was his wish. Oh, here he goes, he's got a little pupperoo. Oh.
Where's Ergo?
He's a puppy.
He'll be back soon.
Oh, because the boy was sad, so he turned himself into a puppy. Oh. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely goofy, but there's some like comedic elements and it seems like a fun adventure. He's having the worst honeymoon ever though. Jeez. I wonder what that must be like to have like prosthetics covering your eyes and not be able to see anything and then have like a fake eye over top. Who's this? Oh, are these one of his wives?
The village was burned. She'd nowhere to go, so I took her in. Look at her.
Hello.
She's not even pretty.
Yeah.
No, look, Petal. Faithful is my middle name.
Does other 7 wives know about that? Yeah, and like this black fortress set seems to be really cool and just, yeah, really intricate. Like all these like really stark white walls and obviously her white dress, but yeah, really interesting. It feels like it's out of like a sci-fi painting or something. And it seems like endless, like everywhere she turns. It's like a new hallway and just all these tunnels and like how would you find your way back? And there's no like really distinguishing features. It's all the same color and this looks like it's made out of bones or like teeth or something maybe. Yeah, and the walls move around her and yeah, ugh, so creepy. Oh, okay, costume change. Ah! Yeah, and like fire seems to be a relevant part of the story. Oh, and turn fire into a flower. Okay.
You will not then.
I cannot.
The beast is, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so creepy.
My master said make him betray her, if not kill him.
Yeah, and like they're like really long nails.
I will halt the attacks of the Slayers. It is in your power to stop the killing and burning.
Yeah, the beast is like, if you marry me, I'll stop the Slayer attacks. But obviously that's not really something she wants to do.
Enter here and die.
Okay, well that's ominous for sure. Yep. Is she supposed to be like a spider, I'm guessing, or something, with all these webs, and her name also the Widow of the Web, a black spider or something, or a black widow? Oh yeah, here she comes. Oh god. Yeah. It's like spider web tightrope. Yeah. Oh, I hate it. That's a cool shot though. No, thank you. Whoa, showing off now. Okay, comment below if you know how they created this.
I give you this time.
Oh, we better talk fast, bud. He's waiting. Look at him like, yes, yes, we will get you. That's a really cool set though, like all the webs like coming together and like the core where she's hanging out and the spider. Yeah, really cool.
But you would not stay with me. There were responsibilities, duty, ambition.
Is this like an old version of that couple?
We had a son.
What?
Where is he?
I killed him when he was born.
Oh god.
Could I see you now as I saw you then?
Oh, that's cool. Having the younger version in the mirror. Yeah.
There's a young girl being held in the fortress. A young girl with your name.
Ah, okay, that's not confusing at all.
These are the sands of my life.
These are the days of our lives, like sand through the hourglass.
But your own life runs out with the sand.
Oh, shoot.
I give it to the girl who bears my name.
Oh, shoot. She just smashed the hourglass. Now the spider's gonna be mad.
Cannot stop the sand.
You cannot stop.
This is a terrible plan. He's gonna scoop it in his little hands? What?
Save the other Lyssa.
Yeah, she's like, I can only turn the hourglass once. That's part of this web. But if I give you the sand, once it runs out, you'll die. It's like, if only I brought a bag or something to put this sand in. What is he gonna do? Like, never open this hand? Yeah, the spider can't leave. He has to hold this sand of his life forever. Yeah, there hasn't been like spaceships or anything for a sci-fi movie. There's been lasers, obviously. But yeah, there definitely seems to be like that medieval influence as well.
Torquil! Saddle the others, quickly!
I wonder how long it took them to actually be able to like wrangle these horses. Okay, so now I got these fire mares, even though I feel like some of these horses are boys. And from what I know, mares refers to female horses, but here we are. And they can travel 1,000 leagues in a day. I don't know how far a league is. So green screen, yes. Whoa, they got fire coming out of their hooves. Yes. Whoa, showing off. That's so crazy, yes. That's why they're called fire mares, the fire, literal fire. Do you want a horse that has fire for feet? Yes, yes, obviously. Look at how fast they're going. Fire, fire, fire! Yeah, and what thing, like, these aren't slayers, these are something else protecting this fortress. Ah! Keep it fused! Oh, he's like, you know what, just kidding, I'm coming after all. Oh, God! Oh, they're gonna crush him, he's gonna get crushed. Oh, that's a horrible way to go. That's a cool shot, yeah, this like really long bridge. Thank God I'm not a puppy anymore. Oh, they got Liam. Who will let his 7 wives know? Oh, a tiger? Wow, yes. I like how he's got like his little cue cards so he can remember his spells. At his paw. Now you've done it. Oh, bonked him. Nobody lasers my paw. Yes, we finally get to see this thing. Very cool. Shoop, 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 shoop. Whoa, what was that? He just disappeared through that wall? It gets slowly poked to death? Yeah, ugh. I wonder, I feel like if I tried to catch the thing, I would slice my hand open. Fireball! Oh! This thing looks like some kind of sea creature or something, and it's oozing black goo. Yeah, it looks like a mermaid or something, like the green and... Oh, got him. Oh, just like that. Ah! Oh God, I fell for it. Ah, no, get out of there!
I give it only to the man whom I choose as my husband.
Yeah, they never got to finish that part of the ceremony. Oh shoot, there it goes. Okay, now he'll get his glaive back. Whoa, fire transfer. Hello. Oh! Only true love can defeat the beast. Is this something he'll be able to do like permanently? You can always just shoot fire out of his hand? This beast is on fire! Yeah, now the whole fortress is destroyed because the beast is destroyed, so...
She shall choose a king, and together they shall rule our world.
And they walk off in the beautiful fields. So that was my first time watching the 1983 sci-fi film Krull. I really liked it. It had some comedic moments. It was a fun adventure. The sets were really elaborate. I'm very excited to talk more about those. But yeah, I enjoyed it overall. There was definitely some parts when they were doing the green screen and riding the horses where I was like, okay, that's a bit dated, and you can tell that that wasn't, at the time it may have been as high as they could have gone, like the highest quality, but now you can kind of be like, oh, okay. But definitely in no way a bad movie, I would say. Like, the plot was pretty cheesy and predictable, but you know, he's off saving his bride, and I feel like we knew at the end he was going to defeat the monster and they were going to walk off, and not into the sunset, but across this beautiful field towards the mountains. But yeah, I still really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting James Horner to do the music, or Liam Neeson and Robbie Coltrane were in this as well, so it was nice to kind of see some of their early on-screen performances. I thought the special effects and makeup and stuff were cool. The beast we didn't get to see, we only saw close up towards the end of the film, and it was still pretty dark. We couldn't really see him like in full light, but it kind of reminded me of like a sea creature with his green and these really like exposed teeth, and just very creepy looking, and it looked like he was giant, like he looked incredibly tall, and just this very obviously domineering, scary beast creature. So I thought that was cool. And then the Cyclops, again, yeah, I don't know what it would be like for an actor to have this like prosthetic cover your eyes and just this fake one put over top. Probably would have been difficult to see. But yeah, and how the beast was also a changeling, so he could take the form of anybody else. I thought that was an interesting twist as well. And of course the Black Fortress, which could, you know, today it's in the desert, tomorrow it's over there. Like, obviously that added a new element to it, and even trying to find out where it was, you know, like 3/4 of the movie trying to figure out so they could even go get to it. And other adventure movies obviously like, okay, the castle's over here, we gotta go there. This, they had to figure out where it was going to be, and then even then they only had a short time frame to get there before it changed position again, and they had to start this process all over. And those fire mares, like the fire horses, that was cool. Yeah, and just like really cool creatures and different elements that I like, and how those horses could travel like a league in a day. Like I said, I don't know what a league, what that equates to in distance, but they had those like fire, literal fire coming out of their hooves, and then also fire we saw when they were at their wedding ceremony. The wife seemed to transfer fire to her husband, or vice versa, or something like that, and then he had the ability to shoot fireballs, and ultimately we saw that's how he defeated the beast at the end. Even though he had that glaive, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, that knife thing that he threw at him, and that still just injured the beast, and then when he tried to go take it back, that didn't happen, obviously. And even from the beginning of the movie they were saying like, oh, you have to save it for when you need it most, so it definitely didn't seem like something he would have forever. I felt like once he defeated the beast with it, then that would be the end. It was a very cool prop though, I really liked it, and it tied into the beginning when we had the title of the film come on screen as well. I'm not sure what this is based on. Comment below if it was a book, if it was just completely made up out of thin air, and if there were sequels or not. I don't know. Like, again, the production value seemed pretty high, so I like, these sets must have been very expensive to create, and there was like a limited cast, but still, like, it must have been, you know, pretty, I feel like it would have been expensive for the time. It didn't feel like a low budget movie, so I'm curious if this did well when it came out. Comment below and let me know. But yeah, if there's sequels, or if this kind of became like a cult classic over time. There was definitely some elements that reminded me of Buffy, obviously calling the villains in this slayers. We never really found out what those creatures were that were inside of them once they killed them. Like, obviously when they were fighting, it was very much a person in a costume, but then as soon as they died, this like slithery creature thing came out of it, and they didn't really explain what that was. So comment below, maybe I missed it, but yeah, I was curious to learn more about those. And also the prophecy, which these two getting married and having a kid that would rule the galaxy. We saw a prophecy in Buffy, which in season 1, we know how that ended, but those two things kind of reminded me of Buffy as well. And even when they go to the Black Fortress and they see those white, those guards dressed all in white, we don't know too much about them. Like, are they slayers as well? I like the comedic elements, and that one guy who kept introducing himself, I'm the Magnificent, you know, seer of this, great whatever, like his just spiel. It kind of reminded me of Princess Bride, and he's like, I'm Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die. Like, this is how he introduces himself to every person he meets, and he just added that comedic element. I thought he was going to be a goose for the whole movie, and then he could turn into a tiger and into a puppy when the little boy is sad. So that was sweet. But yeah, he definitely added some comedic elements to this film, and the whole thing felt like a fun adventure with comedy in it. Like, I liked the creatures that we had in this, and like just the different villains and stuff. Like the Slayers were cool, the Widow of the Web was interesting, the Fire Mares, and it felt like there could have been so many other things that were incorporated in this, but it felt like a really cool world and a really cool planet. And we don't really know too much about the other planets. Like, they didn't really, you know, sometimes in sci-fi movies, obviously we go to other planets and galaxies and travel and go on a spaceship and aliens and all that stuff, but there wasn't any of that in this. They obviously stayed in their one planet for the entire film, and it felt like medieval meets sci-fi, just with the way they dressed, and again, mixing swords and lasers, but I still really enjoyed it. It's nice to see like a change of pace and not just constantly spaceships, and like sci-fi is obviously a broad spectrum, so it was nice to see something different. And when they were explaining the lore of the Cyclopses, I thought it was cool how they had traded one of their eyes to be able to see the future, but then the reverse of that, or the twist of that, was that they were only able to see their own death, and like they knew the day they were gonna die. So I was like, yeah, it's interesting to think about, like, would you give up one of your eyes, like, and be able to see basically in order to know like your fate, or would you just leave it up to chance and, you know, have both of your eyes, like which one outweighs? So I'm curious if they knew, like, once they gave it up, if that's what's gonna happen, or it was too late, they'd given up their eye and their ability to see from that eye, and then they found out, oh, but actually now you can only see your own death. Like, yeah, it doesn't seem like a fair trade-off to me, but maybe that's just me. Maybe some people would want to know. But yeah, it was an interesting concept, and I'm glad they kind of explained the backstory behind it. I really liked the sets, and I thought the sets were so well done and so cool. The Black Fortress, how it was just very stark and bare, and like I said, it kind of like bones or teeth or like ribs or something. Like, it's just these very smooth white, you know, interior, and then even how the walls change and shift. I thought that was really cool, and how it just seemed giant. And then we also see the Widow of the Web's web, as it were, when he's walking across these like spider web tight ropes. But when they cut back to that wide shot and we just see the little like core, I don't know what that's called in a spider web, like the center where she's living, and then he's got these huge webs all around him and the spider on the other side, and I thought that looked really cool. And even that scene where they're crossing that bridge, it kind of reminded me of in A Lion King when they're walking across the bridge by the waterfall, but there's like this very thin like red bridge that they have to get across to get to safety. And even the opening scene at the castle that got destroyed by the Slayers, I thought that was really cool as well, even though we didn't get to see a ton of it. But yeah, I'm curious if the exteriors they actually shot a castle, or if they built everything from scratch. There was a ton of sets, like it was really cool, and the swamp and all that stuff. So yeah, just really well done, I thought. I think my favorite scene is when that guy turns into a puppy, because obviously I love dogs, and that was such a sweet gesture for him to turn himself into a puppy just to make this little boy happy, as that's what the little boy had wished for. After the guy visits the Widow of the Web, and he's carrying out the like hourglass sand in his hand, and she's like, well, once that sand runs out, like, your life is done. Like, I can only turn this hourglass once. I've done that already to get you in here. Now if you want to leave, because nobody's ever left before, basically this is the only way to do it. And he's just got his like little hand of hourglass sand. And can you imagine just carrying out like literally your life in your hands, trying not to spill any, or spill as little as possible. And then he's also using one other hand to like get himself safely out of this mess. But yeah, and then it was just, obviously he ends up dying, which was too bad, but it was just such a cruel and like a comedic way at the same time, to be like, here's your life in your hand, like, don't spill it, go now. I don't think I've seen that before, where someone is literally given the sand, or the hourglass sand of their life, and told to like, hey, go, good luck, see how much time you have left. Overall, I liked it. Like I said, comment below and let me know if there are sequels or anything like that. But yeah, just a fun sci-fi adventure, all pretty predictable. I think we all knew what was going to happen at the end. It felt very like lighthearted. It was cool to see James Horner do the music, and again see Liam Neeson, Robbie Coltrane in some earlier films for sure. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for sci-fi movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. So the Slayers are villains. Really ruined their wedding. Red hot lava goo. A glaive. Free pie. He turned himself into a goose. They just speared him while he was picking gooseberries. Raisins in his brain case. He just disappeared through that wall. I like how he's got like his little cue cards so he can remember his spells. Who will let his 7 wives know? He has to hold the sand of his life forever.